Good morning, JP.
Good morning, Brandon. How are you?
Awesome, man. Awesome. I heard you have a game for me.
Yes, I do. So lately, if you watch the news at all, or CNBC or whatever you consume, you've heard a lot of quotes about recessions, right? They always make the headlines and you see them everywhere. So I put together a list of them, and I have several, but we'll see how many we get through. And I want you to tell me who said this quote. All right?
Hit me.
Okay. So the first one, this will be a softball. All right.
Uh-oh.
This CEO replied to a question on Twitter. And the question was, how long do you think a recession will last? And he replied, just guessing, probably until spring of 24.
I mean, Elon Musk.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so we're one for one. That was easy. All right. The next one, this person said, I said there's storm clouds, but I'm going to change it. It's a hurricane.
Jamie Dimon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan. The next one is, the probabilities in this economy tell you to batten down the hatches.
Bezos.
Yes, that's Jeff Bezos. No longer CEO of Amazon, head of the board, CEO of Bachelors. All right. The next one is going to be, I don't think there will be a recession, but if it is, it'll be a very slight recession. That is, we'll move down slightly. This is a tough one.
I don't think there'll be a recession. Is it a CEO?
It is not a CEO. It is a public figure, very big public figure though.
The president?
It is the president.
I'm
There you
stopping
go.
at
Joe Biden.
444. I'm stopping, man.
All right.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, and that's just the top four, which tells you I'm probably consuming a lot of news if I got all four. Wow. So that's funny because, all of them are right. There will be a recession. There will be a recession. The question is when and how deep. And nobody really knows the answer to that.
Mhm.
And so what do? Well, we can't really just move straight to cash because as we talked about in our last video, and if you haven't seen it, check it out. It was about bullish percentage. Sometimes when their bullish percentage is really low, you can have really strong months. And sure enough, last month we saw a return in the US markets of 6%. 6% in 1 month.
Mhm.
And so we can't really be on the sidelines and miss out on those. But what we can do, because we manage an active portfolio, is we can move to safety. We can move to companies that we think will do better during a recession, but still keep us within the market. We've talked about our positioning within the US and a lot of centralizing around US large cap companies. But we've actually been making active trades, switching out of some companies into others. And JP, I'll let you explain one of those.
Yeah, definitely. So, even though we've centralized a lot of our companies, we're definitely operating really entirely out of the United States for all of our holdings.
At this time,
One of the companies we got out of recently was D.R. Horton, which is a home builder. And so even though everyone knows the housing shortage is tight and things like that, the costs have really gotten high. And so we went out there and we used our rules as part of our our investment committee, and we tried to find an alternative. And one of the companies that we found that we think will hold up a little bit better in this was Ulta Beauty, which if you don't know is a makeup company, plain and simple, right? And they can do high end, they can do low end, but ultimately it was just a company where we said the themes make more sense, and so we think it'll hold up.
Yeah, we think it'll hold up. We'll see. The fundamentals of the company are strong, as you said. During recessions, people still want to feel good.
Yeah,
and we're not even mentioning the whole untapped market of male makeup. That's gonna once they crack that open, they're gonna double their.
Hey, the guys on the news, don't look that good for no reason,
Say what?
The guys on the news, they look good for a reason.
Yeah, all these videos we do, I still don't have a makeup person, but
we'll get there.
We'll get there. That's when this thing's really going to take off. All right, seriously though. Yeah. So what do we do when we don't know summing it up, when you don't know the depth of a recession or the timing of it, but you feel you're closer to your next recession than your last recession? You move to safety. And that's one of the big advantages of active management. That's why we own stocks. We don't own funds whenever possible. We want to have direct ownership. So that's it. And and then and in the meantime, there's going to be a lot of noise, and everyone on the news is going to tell you the next recession's coming. But none of them will really know when, and they're going to continue to use weather analogies because apparently those are in this year.
Yes, exactly. Climate change is important.
All right. Yes, it is. Hit me up with one more quote and we'll let our listeners go back to their day, and we got to go back to our jobs.
Yeah, I think this is a really good one. So the this is about a recession next year. It's like
Okay.
someone said it almost has to happen because the rates will slow housing down, cars down. But if you look at the same economists, they predict unemployment not to go much above 5%. So it's hard to believe you can have a deep recession as people work.
It's hard to believe you'll have what?
A deep recession as people work.
It almost has to happen. So somebody with a lot of certitude said that.
Mhm. He is a CEO. This is not a public figure.
It's a CEO with a lot of certitude that says it almost has to happen. Oh man, can I have a hint?
They're at a bank.
Oh,
CEO of a bank.
Brian Moynihan.
Yes, it is Brian Moynihan. There you go.
Five for
Five
five.
Five for five. Batting 1,000.
I'm going out on top. Going out on top. Have a good one. We'll talk soon.
Yep, you too. Bye.
Take care.